To the left, we have the Samsung S90D. To the right, we have the Samsung S95F. This is going to be HDR to show you how these TVs perform in HDR. I'm going to have my settings to the left on the Samsung S90D. To the right, I'm going to have it in the default filmmaker mode. Now, again, the reason I'm doing this is because in my last video, quite literally, I had somebody saying that this is the correct way to watch TV and my settings are just subjective and they look bad. So we're going to reset and I'm going to show you what it would have done. This is the point I try to make with these videos. Even if you use HDR, no matter what you use, the settings just look bad on the default. I don't know why we're still arguing this, how we're still arguing this, but okay, let's argue it. I mean, here you're seeing the S90F, S90D, or rather S95F, S90D. Again, left S90D, right S95F. We're clearly seeing a breakdown of some sort, right? I'll go ahead and let this play out a little bit just so you can kind of get an idea. The brightness is great, but that's all you get. Okay, pause, okay? There's a level of color you're not getting when you target the coldest color temperature. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'm beside myself. I've done videos showing you if you record, for example, 90s TV and you use your cell phone, it's going to make it look really saturated and like it has quantum dots and amazing. And then you're going to look at the recording and then you're going to look at the TV and they look nothing alike. I've explained that this is because cameras color boost. They color boost, okay? They try to color correct. That's what cameras do. And unless you're going to go in there and artificially edit it, which changes, again, the natural way it was recorded to its capability, and you're now editing it and altering the colors to make it look like something that you think looks realistic. That's not a like for like. That's you augmenting color. So again, I don't do that. I just shoot it in the camera. I put my pieces together, all the video clips or whatever, and then that's kind of it. I'm not going to sit there and edit the video footage, right? And that's at least when I do these kinds of videos with comparisons, the real time for a reason, so you could see everything. And I don't know, I somehow still get hecklers. Look, Jesus Christ had hecklers. Life was guaranteed to be hard for all of us, okay? I get it. But look at the warmth. Look at the color quality. You're just not getting that, okay? I'll try to ramp up my brightness, maybe a hair, just a hair. This is too blue. There is no denying that that is just too blue, and you miss all of the warm tones that you get in everything. Look at the building. Look at this. You're not getting that. And by the way, this is default filmmaker mode, and Samsung has claimed to have calibrated this television. So if Samsung calibrated the television, all you should have to do is plug and play and put it in the filmmaker mode they said was calibrated. So we hit reset, okay? It hasn't been messed with at all. Reset, and this is what it looks like, okay? Now, there's not going to be a before and after, okay? Because last time I did the before and after, I was immediately met with, oh, there goes the grift. Grift? My settings are $4.99. I think I could do better than a $4.99 grift, but okay. A lot of negativity coming out of one user in particular, but most people will get what I'm showing. And it's really clear and really simple. You lose a shit ton of color. Her face, because it's blue, will look very pale as the moon. Okay, great, fine. But what about all of the extra color from the blush that is there? Let me explain something. I can't add information that's not there. If it's not there, the camera will not pick it up and it won't be there. Now, here's how cameras work. The more colorful and oversaturated typically your image looks, the better the image, because it has more color than the camera can output. If you see that ever in a video, just from this point forward, whether you watch me or anyone else, if you ever see that in a video, it is going to be clear which one has the more expressive shades of color and most explosive shades, because there is more color happening here than what this is outputting. It is what it is. And you're going to run into this again and again and again. And a lot of people will have their feelings about this, okay? Pause. I mean, look at this. I mean, am I blind? I have to, it gets to a point, you know what I mean? I got to ask, am I blind? Because I look, right? And I see a sunset that looks like a sunset. I see all the clouds in the sky. I see separation. These are with my settings, okay? This is my optimization. And this is what you get. Out of the box, filmmaker mode, the so-called correct way to show a TV. It's bright, yeah, sure, great, okay. But that's about all because it has none, and I mean none of the warmth that a sunset would have. I'm not doing anything to make this TV look bad. Again, I will show you again. Here's my remote. Say hi, remote. Oh, you just jumped on the floor. Isn't that cute? Say hi, remote. All right, hi, hello, okay, great. Okay, now we're gonna open this up and we're gonna show you. We're gonna go ahead to the bottom. I don't even have to do that actually because the new one lets you hit reset picture. Go to reset picture. Yes, reset. Everything's been reset. All right. So we've bottomed out. We've reset everything. And when we do that, look, it still looks like shit, right? Continue forward. And for anybody wondering, I'm using the Jennifer Gala Dolby Vision 60 FPS calibration tool for 4K TVs, 4K HDR OLED demo made 2 months ago, okay? Relevancy and the reason I'm using this is to show you what otherwise would not be possible of showing you if I don't use this. And also all the other YouTubers that you love, they're using these footage pieces, okay? I think I'm showing something very clear. Not even in HDR out of the box are you beating my settings. It's not going to happen. I guarantee you. And then again, you have the most accurate preset right here. Samsung calibrated the image to the right, but look at the image to the left. It paints a picture after a while, and that picture starts to look very, very grim. Now, for all intents and purposes, for those who are jumping up and down and feeling like it's unfair, I want to go and, at this point, show you other presets, okay? So we're going to go to movie mode, okay? That's movie mode, out of the box. Again, well, not really, because I made it brighter, so it has the brightness. But we can go ahead and hit reset on the picture. Okay, there you go. Now it's out of the box movie mode, okay? Does that picture excite you? I mean, if it does, God bless you. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here to show you the results, right? And there we go. Look, dynamic mode, standard mode. Look at these images. Does this excite you? Really? Like, be honest with yourself. If this is exciting, and you can clearly see the only one that has any real detail is movie mode, and then filmmaker mode has way more detail than all of them. So it's clear that a calibration happened. From years of doing this, I know a calibration happened. This is the calibrated mode. And then you look over there and you see what I'm doing. It's just hitting different. And it's gonna hit different. I mean, look at this right here. Pause. Okay? I'm matching, by the way, HDR settings to HDR settings, okay? Samsung's best calibration, my best calibration. You see the red, you see the color. You don't have that here. It's just washed. That's the only way to describe the HDR on the S95F. It's washed. It's washed, and it's gonna be washed. Look at it. Come on now. The shades of blue, every shade of color. One looks like it's an old LCD TV, and one looks like a quantum dot OLED. Like, come on, quit playing games. Of course, there are people that want to try to pretend that what we're seeing is not the case. This is just impossible. Look at the color throw. Just please look at this color throw. And I'm showing this off. By the way, I'm shooting this, by the way, in HDR. So it's shot and recorded in HDR, and this is in HDR. This is as good as my camera can do, okay? And I'm showing you this to show you. There is no avenue for argument anywhere to say that filmmaker mode is the right mode to use. Turn off filmmaker mode. I've been campaigning for that, and I'm doing it again this year. Because again, I have big problems with the lack of color that you're gonna get. You look like you got a QD OLED right there. You don't look like you have anything right there. And I will keep driving filmmaker mode into the grave where it belongs because it's ugly. Pause. Look at that. Look at these images. Like, let them speak to you. Like, for crying out loud. It's very clear that, like, my HDR calibrations, my calibrations in general, my settings, my in-house standard, it goes a cut above. Pause. Look at this. This is supposed to have color. What is all of that? I mean, does that look like the color is supposed to be, or is it supposed to be vibrant like that? I mean, I feel like I've approached the bizarro land with some people because, again, it feels like they feel like genuinely black people and all people look like that. Chalky, ashy, bluish gray, like a charcoal gray kind of color to the skin with a little bit of color here. They feel like that's his real skin tone. But this over here where you have melanin in the skin and actual color, oh no, you couldn't possibly do that. Why would we do that? Why would we have that? Oh my gosh, right? I don't get people. I fall into the I don't get people category when I look at the kind of stuff they say and then I look at what I see. Pause. Look at her freaking eye, man. Look at all the colors. It feels like Color versus no color, really. I mean, and then there are a bunch of people that jump up and down. Oh, well, that's just because. And by the way, everybody would like point to like a scene like this on the side of like I love washed out picture quality and say, well, obviously the image to the left is just oversaturated. She's orange like Trump. Was seeing that too in my last video. Again, get your cell phone. Don't trust me. Don't trust me at all. Fact check me. Get your cell phone and record an old IPS monitor, an old TV you have, and use your cell phone to do it. And then look at how vibrant the colors will become. Cameras will always try to boost the colors to color correct, okay? And when you see high levels of saturation, the higher the saturation, the more natural color output the TV has versus something that looks like that. I can't make it look any different than how it actually looks. I'm not a superhero with like superpowers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at this commercial that just popped up. I mean, fuck, that looked like shit on the fucking S90F. This is HDR. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I can't make it look a way it don't look. I know there are people that like to believe that that's not the case, but come on now. Come on. What are we even talking about? What are we even talking about here? Why are we even doing this? I don't know. I don't even know why we have to make a video like this, but I'm going to do it because you know what? Fuck it. All right. So look, just so you see, we're in HDR mode. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to open up my settings. I'm going to just go scroll through all the settings and you can see HDR, static, peak brightness, high. I mean, everything that filmmaker mode offers you. That's what it is. And we'll hit reset just so you can see I don't do anything to these images. They just look like that, right? This is a calibration from Samsung. This is a calibration from Quantum TV. Which one you rocking with? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's keep it going. Again, hashtag turn off filmmaker mode because pause. Again, look at this. I'll turn down my ISO just in case it's a little too bright so you can maybe see what I'm talking about. Look. It doesn't, like, look, can we frame this better? I mean, like, how do we get this? I'm literally framing it, okay? There, can we frame it better so that the people in the back can see what I'm talking about? Look at the color. Like, bro, this is my calibration for HDR. This is the reference standard. This is what they say you should do to the HDR. You have none of the warmth in the clouds at all. It's gone. It's missing. This is what they tell you to do. This is what you're getting out of the box. This is what happens when you watch Stop the FOMO, Brian's Tech Therapy, all the other guys. No shade on them, but they're whipping TVs out of the box and telling you they're the precipice. They're not even close. They're not even close to a fully optimized, maximized television. Pause. We're going to go frame by frame because if I don't go frame by frame and show this frame by frame, I will still have somebody saying filmmaker mode is worth time. And anytime I see that argument, I just have to show you your ass because again, maybe if you're a new viewer and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you just came for a TV review. Okay, long story short, there are people that like color and people that don't. And people that don't try to tell you that that is so natural and so amazing and that is just oversaturated garbage and you should never want to look at TV that way. What are we talking about? What are we doing when we literally look at something that is void of color? Pause. Okay, what are we doing? That is the shade of yellow it's supposed to be. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Really, what is that? That is what they tell you you should want to look at. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. And I look at it and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you actually talking about right now? Look at the flower differences. One is faded with no magenta at all and the other has all the magenta in the world. I mean, look at, again, another flower example. Pause. We've got like a bee on it or some shit. I mean, come on, man. We cannot, as a society, be this naive. Pause. Where we think that's what's hot in the streets. That's what we're going to pay for. Really? That's what we're, okay. I mean, hey, look, do you. I can tell you right now, I would rather take the image to the left. That has more color and more contrast by a lot. It's not even close. It's not even close. Look at this fish and how beautiful it looks on pause. The S90D. S90D, look at all those fucking colors. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing. And then you look over here and what the fuck is that? The fish is flat and pale and the colors just don't pop at all. This is filmmaker mode. This is the Martin Scorsese mode or whatever Scorsese. I am struggling with that man's name. Pause. Okay, I don't care what his name is. He's unimportant to me. He doesn't pay my fucking bills. Okay, that is their mode. Okay, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What are we looking at right now? We're looking clearly at a gorgeous, beautiful fucking picture right there. And then that. And then that. And so my point that I have to drive home and keep driving home every year it's like this, honestly. You'd think I'd be used to it by now. Pause. But it's still annoying every year when I have somebody in the comments section talking their shit. You know, people gonna talk their shit. But then they try to say, oh, your settings are a grift. And you make everybody orange and it's just way too warm for my liking. And that's the point where I'm like, if my settings are way too warm because you like that, God bless you. I can't help you. I mean, go do you. If you like a picture that damn blue and that washed and lacking on every fundamental level of what a picture is supposed to be, by all means. I mean, look at the snake. Pause. We're gonna keep pausing it, guys. You guys know. Look at this. Look. I've seen a snake that looks like that, okay? With that shade of yellow, that shade of brown mixed in together. I haven't seen that. That looks like what the snake leaves behind. Maybe the molted skin, the shed skin, okay, but not the actual snake. I mean, look at the eyes. I mean, we're talking HDR right now. This is supposed to be where it shows up and throws down, right? I mean, look. Pause. What are we talking about? 99% of this video is me just looking at what are we talking about? Like the freaking the moxie on these people to sit there and say filmmaker mode is the only right way to compare a television. You're clearly seeing it get bodied. And this is HDR. And I have to do HDR because apparently everybody's hot in the ass for HDR. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Pause. This is what all the YouTubers are doing. And it bugs the everlasting shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. And what I'll do, okay, what I'll do is I'll probably end up like maybe with my cell phone taking a photograph of how this washed out image, right? And then just maybe just seeing if it tries to make a color correction of some sort, okay? And if it tries to make a color correction of some sort, then you guys see what I'm talking about. This image started off washed out and then it became vibrant. I mean, that's what they do. These images on cameras are always juiced up on cheaper cameras, especially like cell phones, to make it look amazing when it doesn't. I mean, ever took a picture of food and it didn't look the right color? Look at that. Look at all those colors you're missing on the S90F in filmmaker mode out of the box. This is why I sell settings. Pause. There's another flower right there. Kind of proving my point in real time. Let's go. Keep it going. I am a dramatic person you will come to find. And in being a dramatic person, I like to show you what I'm talking about. I don't like to tell you, right? Let's fast forward a couple of frames, right? Let's just go, ooh, let's go to a lion, right? Oh, let's look at that. Or a tiger. I don't know why I said lion. I'm losing brain cells a day or something. Dealing with all these stupid people, right? Look at the detail. Look at the color. Very, very, very vibrant. Very vibrant, right? One's Tony the Tiger and one is, well, the tiger on Wish. The tiger on Temu. That they said would come with all the color and they don't have no color at all. Look at the skin tone here. Pause. I mean, which one are you rocking with in your camp? I don't get the people that they live for washed out image. If it's not washed out, they ain't trying to hear it. I don't get it. You see how these commercials are coming in all fucking ugly on the fucking S95F filmmaker mode. I get to a point where I almost am speechless. I really do. I'm like, dude, like, how could you ever pause, look at an image like this and say, this is just oversaturated garbage. It doesn't look good. It's subjective and my settings are a grift. And you just should never go with my settings because my settings are so awful. And you just have to watch TV a better way. And this is that better way. Like, I have said this and I'm not joking, guys. I really mean this as a person. Like, you know, I talk to you guys as people. I don't talk to you like some sort of like journalist little patsy, okay? The real talk is, I've been saying this for years, and I will say it again right now in this video, okay? I challenge anyone, anytime, any place in this world who believes that they can come up against my settings. Give me your results and I will beat you every single day of the week. There is no one, I will say it arrogantly and proudly, that can touch my level of calibration expertise. No one has done it. In over a decade. I have made this challenge for over a decade and not a soul could touch me. Try. I dare you, try it. Hasn't been done, won't be done, can't be done. Give me your settings and I'll show you. I will beat you every day of the week. Every day of the week. This is Samsung's calibration. Hear this. This is their calibration. Every other YouTuber, AV expert, so-called expert, calibrate this way. If they calibrate this way, it's going to look this way, which means that's why they say it's the best way to compare TVs. Then how the fuck did I get all that extra detail that y'all are missing in y'all comparisons? I mean, literally, how do I get this level of detail? Right, let's go forward. You're seeing it in real time. There is an immense amount of detail more, color more, contrast more. That just does not exist on the actual manufacturer calibration. I've been saying this shit for years, man. You don't get what you pay for. You get what you know, okay? You can't do this job and expect, to arrive at this level by going to a class and attending some online courses for calibration and thinking you did a couple of e-learnings and now you're a master of the craft. A real master of the craft like me will show up and show you. You are nothing. What is that? See, I've been outside when the sun sets on a beautiful day and it hits so incredibly hard and you feel that ray of light. It's a golden orange shade of color and oh my gosh, isn't that just what that looks like right there? It's a golden ray that shines on the entire environment and really makes you feel the sunset's beauty. I've never seen a washed out sunset. I've never seen it. God's sunsets are beautiful, gorgeous. God throws down on sunsets, gives us beautiful, beautiful color. God has never done anything that looks like that. Now, I grant you, this is all AI, sci-fi imagery. But you get what I'm saying about the world, the lighting of the world, which is what this is supposed to mimic. And it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. We can fast forward, right? Let's go into the nebulas and just see, what we're dealing with for color. You guys still want to play with me? Or is this game no longer fun? The quantum settings are shit and filmmaker mode and all the other YouTubers and all the other calibrators can be taken seriously, but that guy's a clown. You blue hairs want to keep playing with me? By all means. And for you guys just watching and just coming in for the first time, welcome in. This is what I do. I find those blue hair people in society, the Karens with opinions that don't really mean much of shit, and I give them spotlight because you know what? A lot of people are unfortunately influenced by these Karens. That's what it really is about. They rub up against normal people and infect them with stupidity. And this is stupidity. You can call this nothing but stupidity. You have an HDR TV that has no color. It's filmmaker mode. Everybody swears, and I've seen it, swears up and down that that's a colorful image. They all say, man, Samsung this year, their HDR image is the image to beat. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is fantastic. And then you look at what the hell they're talking about is so damn awesome and so damn wonderful, right? We'll run it back a couple of frames, okay? What is so amazing? I mean, what could possibly look so good? I mean, I want to see what you're talking about. What's so fucking crazy that you got? What's so great? And then it's some shit that's just washed out. And looks like that. That's what they're talking about, right? We could go to a different video from the same creator, okay? Let's go and explore the channel, okay? Go to channel, okay? And let's just explore if we can. Just anything random, okay? That looks pretty cool. Let's click on that, right? Fuck it, why not? And I'm doing this in real time to show a very natural setting. Commercials coming in on TV looking like crap. Everything generally looking like crap. I mean, there's not really much you can do with that. There's not much you can do. If it looks bad, it looks bad, it looks bad. And it looks bad. I mean, I don't know how to get through to people sometimes. I can admit this shortcoming, right? But I think we can all agree that when we're looking at clearly washed out imagery, it's washed out imagery. I mean, what do you want me to do about it? Right? Fast forward because I don't care about all the talking in the beginning. Right? We just hit play. Right? Look at all that color. Pause. There isn't a screen you could pause on where you don't notice these astronomical color differences, the jawline, the blue here, that you don't have there. This isn't small, guys. This is astronomically different, fundamentally different. Pause. Anything where there's a lot of color, just go ahead and pause it. My settings versus filmmaker mode. You'll never find filmmaker mode looking better. And people could say vibrancy is not everything, but pause. We don't just have vibrancy, do we? We have all of the contrast that has and more. We have a properly exposed image that's not clipping, overly bright, or overly dark. It's a proper image. And that's the thing. Pause. I mean, look at the detail. Did you know this flower is not actually a chalky blue? I might have to raise my ISO a bit so you can see this. I'm raising it up a bit, okay? We're now at 500, 640, 800. I think we can stop at 800, okay? Look, did you know that there's supposed to be yellow little starlight twinkles in this flower? It makes it blue over here. I would not have ever have known that that color was supposed to be yellow if not for my settings. Do you understand the level of impact a tone, a shade of color can make on a scene? Tungsten light produces warmth and invokes a warm feeling, where blue light, fluorescent light, evokes coldness, wet, murky feelings. To a purist, this is huge, because this means from scene to scene, the message conveyed is going to be vastly different. On one hand, you're conveying something that is totally inaccurate, and on the other hand, it's totally what it's supposed to be. I can guarantee you this is the right way. This is what it's supposed to be, because I can't put color there that ain't there. I can only bring out what the panel is capable of. And saying that it's supposed to look like that is just horse shit, right? So we'll lower back down our ISO. All right, and go back down my 250 on the ISO here. Right? And just show you in real time. Pause. Look at that. You can't tell me that it's not supposed to have red like that and it's supposed to be washed out like that. You cannot tell me that and mean that. And this is why I tell you, turn off filmmaker mode no matter who you are, what walk of life you're from, because you rob yourself of true dynamic pause, beautiful color that absolutely slaps you to the floor and makes you feel something in your content, right down even to color temperature differences based off of how cool it was, as we saw with that flower with the warm light on it. You're missing, pause, certain elements of color. Look at the yellow in that flower. You don't get any of that right there. It's all gone. It's all gone, but it's there. I can't give information back into content. Content is programmed with something called metadata, which is pre-programmed information. It's already in there. It's baked in those files that the camera makes when it records, okay? It's baked in. I can do nothing to augment that data. All I can do is draw out what's already there, and it's there. That yellow was always there. I can't put that yellow there. This TV should have that yellow if it was so-called calibrated, right? But it wasn't. It wasn't calibrated at all. This is why I get so angry when I have filmmaker mode advocates coming out and saying, oh, this is amazing, this is great, this is wonderful, this is what you need. It's not what you need. You need a clue is what you need, because when you look and you see it side by side, it's a dramatic difference. Pause. Like that. Day and night. Literally a day and night difference when you have all of this color. All of that color, and that is washed out. There are no two ways about this. So the message is simple. Turn off filmmaker mode, join for $4.99, get my settings, and pause. See why I have this kind of contrast, clarity, depth. You can see every individual strand of color and particle effect popping off while maintaining brightness, where this is just washed and ugly and you lose everything. This is the difference. This is why I have a service to sell settings, because I know that this exists and it's ugly, fundamentally broken and just wrong. If you agree, smack a like on this video. Make sure you join if you haven't already. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching the #1 brand in honesty, enlightening you about things you might not have known. I can safely say the winner of this comparison easily, without a shadow of a doubt, if we are comparing the calibrated filmmaker mode to my settings on the S90D, is the Samsung S90D. If you would like to see this same comparison with my settings instead of the reference standard bullshit, then say that in the comments down below and maybe we'll make that happen for you for HDR. As always, again, thanks for watching, and until the next video, turn off filmmaker mode.